Welcome back to another episode of Scrolling with Lady Di. And guess who popped up on my news feeds? Lil Wayne's ex-wife from the 90s, before he was hot. Let's get into this viral clip from when she was interviewed by Cam Newton.
I used to literally say all the time after my second divorce, I'm never getting married again. Like, really.
I just caught that. She said after her second divorce. So I could kind of see where she's like, you know what? I'm never going to get married again. But that's such a bad way to look at life.
They speak this into the universe when in reality, I'm a wife. Like, I'm a wife. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm a wife. Like, I'm not nobody's girlfriend. I'm not your side piece. I'm not a serial dater, none of that. I'm a wife. So I used to always say this though, because I was just hurt and like, after going through divorce.
So what I would say is don't let your past ruin your future. Meaning don't let that one person or, if you had two people that did you wrong, three people, whatever, those are just numbers, right? There are so many people out here that can be good for you. Why would you let these people that you gave a chance to ruin it for your future? So your future means that you have a chance at life. You have opportunities at life. Use the opportunity to look at what you did that is wrong, because it's not always the other person. Just like when it comes to an argument, it takes two people to argue, not just one. So what did you do that you could improve on for the next person? And what can you avoid by understanding what the person that did you wrong, right? What can you avoid from the next person? And always ask yourself, when you ended the relationship, was it a logical reason behind it? Because sometimes we end relationships, we end marriages for no good reason. It's just an emotional reason. We have to be logical when we're choosing to leave somebody. Sometimes we have to give people chances because we all grew up differently. Someone's traumas could affect the future for you, right? But if you met someone who doesn't have traumas like you do, maybe they can make your life better. But let's see what else she has to say.
It's like, I ain't never doing this shit again. Like, I'm done with it. And I used to literally say that. It took one of my best friends, like, we are like this. Like, she's like a sister friend that I love and respect. She's married. She pulled me to the side. She was like, because I said it in front of my husband one day.
Oh my gosh. So it's always good to have, that one friend or that one family member, just someone that you trust with information, someone that you trust to give you advice on. It's always good to have that person in your back pocket, because sometimes when you need a voice or reason, you can refer to that person to help you get through things if you can't help yourself.
Well, my boyfriend at the time, I was like, it was a group of us, and I was like, I ain't never get married. And
so that's one thing you never do. When you have moved on from the past and you have somebody new, you never bring up what you're not going to do as far as, the future with that person. She basically just ended all future with him, saying that I would never get married again. You don't know what that man is thinking. Let's say if he has never told you, you don't know when he's going to propose to you. So you just basically say, you know what? F this relationship. Because not everybody's end goal is not to get married. Not everybody's end goal is just, you know what? I'm going to just make you a baby mama. There's some people's end goal, which is marriage. So if his end goal is marriage, then now you're just saying you don't want marriage, which means why are you guys still together? So that is the ultimate disrespect that you can give a man.
that was my friend said to me, that's my example of taking accountability,
Yeah, that was not right.
That was right there. She was like, Toya, that was wrong. Like, you can't be saying that in front of that man. You can't be saying that, like that. That's not cool. And I thought about it. I was like, I'm speaking, one, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Two, I'm speaking this shit into the universe
sure.
when I know what I want for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And what you want is to be a wife again. Once a wife, always a wife. You can't just be a wife, right? She's had 2 marriages. You can't just be a wife and then now all of a sudden you're going to be what? A side chick? Or all of a sudden you're just going to be, promiscuous, having sex with a lot of men? You can't go from one good extreme to the worst case scenario. You have to keep striving and keep becoming a wife. Learn what you did wrong in those previous marriages.
And I know hurt so much
but I was hurt so much.
You didn't believe that you would give love another chance.
I was like, Never.
And when I say learn what you did wrong in those previous marriages, learn why you chose those type of men, those type of women. Why did you choose that? Make sure you don't choose it again, because this lady said again that she has been married 2 times. So you made 2 wrong decisions, 2 bad mistakes. We're trying to prevent these things. So it's always good to reflect on the type of life that you had and what you shouldn't do, coming up.
I used to literally say that all the time. Like, we'll go out, double date, this and that. I'm like, I'll never get married again. And then it's like.
And then also, when you're saying stuff out loud, so she said this many times, she said, say it back at yourself. Listen to the words that's coming out your mouth. Does it make logical sense? Is this something that I really want to do? Because we could say things for years. She's talking about speak it into existence. We could say stuff for years and then it could eventually happen because you're not, making changes to make the future bright. So release your hurt. Don't trap it in. If it's something that you need to get over, do that.
After a while, I was like, you know what? That shit crazy. That's not really how I feel. I'm speaking out of hurt. I'm speaking out of anger.
And if she did this from earlier, right, saying it back to herself, she could have avoided the trauma and hurt that she was carrying all these years. Her and her, this person that she's talking about, they're married now. But her and her boyfriend at the time could have been married a lot sooner. She wouldn't be disrespecting that man. She could have avoided all of that stuff. I believe before you get with somebody, get rid of all of that. Don't bring your past relationship into your new one. Nobody wants to hear that unless you're healed from it.
Let me just embrace, what I have, like a good man, what I prayed to God for.
So she prayed to have this good man and disrespected him at the same time. Most men would have left her if she said that. So she's lucky that her man stayed with her, got married to her. They have a kid together. She is very lucky that he even dealt with that. What's a good man without a good woman by his side? You basically showed him that you're actually not the one that he thought you were.
The family that I've always wanted. Like, let me just embrace that. And that's just how that started falling into place.
If there is something that you're holding on to, make sure you let it go. I believe that people need closure before they move on to the next step. It doesn't have to be just relationships, but anything. If it's something that's holding you down, your mind is heavy, you can't get it off your brain. Let that go. If you don't know how to let it go, seek help. It's okay. Everybody doesn't have to know that you're seeking help. Everybody doesn't have to know your business. Do what you have to do to have a better mindset. A better mindset helps you communicate well. Communicating well in the relationships make the relationship last longer. If you can't do that, then you might as well not even think about getting into something else. And if you get into that relationship having these issues, which is communication problem, then your relationship would never last long. Or if it lasts long, it's going to be a miserable one. We all know there's married people who are not happy. We know toxic relationships. Why do you think they're so toxic? No one is understanding each other. If you let your past ruin your future, understand that you are going to be the bigger problem at the end, hurting everybody else because you're hurt. But that's a wrap, you guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments. If you ever had a feeling where you didn't want to move forward because someone hurt you so bad, what did that feel like? Did you get over it? Do you have a new relationship now? How is it going? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. See you later.